Hello and welcome to our channel, Tech Expert Tutorials. In this video, you will learn how to use some common functions in the popular Pandas package. The Pandas library is very useful for accessing and working with structured or time series data. Pandas contains many functions to clean, manipulate, and analyze. We will give examples of several basic functions with tips and tricks and things to avoid. First, we need to install Pandas into our Python environment. These commands will install Python and Pandas into our new Python environment. If you are not familiar with setting up a Python environment using Conda, see our video on Python, Conda, and VS Code for more details on how to get started. These are the 10 functions included in our notebook. They're used for loading, getting info about, and manipulating data. This is the data file we will be using in our demo. It is comma separated, has 4 columns and 10 rows, and has 1 duplicate in line 10. Now, back to the notebook. We need to import the Pandas library that we installed earlier. The first function, readCSV, is used to read comma-separated value files, or CSV files, into something called a Pandas data frame. A data frame can be used to give structure to our data with rows, columns, and headers, making it much easier to read. We will be creating an in-depth tutorial on Pandas data frames in the future. This function can also handle other separators, such as tabs or spaces. When using this function, be sure that your data does not include a comma, as it will confuse the parser. In this case, you can use a tab or some other character as the field separator. Our next function, head, will display the first few rows of a data frame, in this case 3 rows. The function tail displays the last few rows of a data frame. The function info provides metadata type information about a data frame, such as its dimensions, data types, and memory usage. The function dtypes returns the data types of each column in a data frame. Object is a common generic data type and may need to be converted to another data type to avoid issues later, as some functions need a specific input data type, such as int or string. The describe function provides summary statistics for each numeric column in a data frame, such as the mean, median, standard deviation, or minimum and maximum values. Next, we have the sort values function, which sorts a data frame by 1 or more columns. Be careful when sorting by columns that contain numbers, but are listed as a string, as you may end up sorting alphanumerically, meaning 2, 10, 11 would be sorted as 10, 11, 2, which is incorrect. The function groupBy groups a data frame by 1 or more columns and allows you to perform aggregate operations on the groups. Here we are summarizing the sex and job columns, calculating the sum for the age column and mode for the name column. Be careful with any nulls or NaN values or aggregating any non-numeric columns. The iloc function will find row or column level elements, aka slicing, in your data frame. Here we are looking for row 0 and then the cell for row 0, column 0. Finally, the function drop duplicates removes duplicate rows from a data frame. Remember the duplicate in line 10 from our text file. Here it will be removed. Now we are going to run the code in our Jupyter notebook. First, we run the import statement. Then we load our CSV file into a data frame. Note the data type is data frame. Next, we display the top rows of the data frame. Then we show the bottom 2 rows. Here we display some general information about our data frame, such as data types, memory usage, and whether any rows have a null value. Then we show data types for each column. Next, we display some summary statistics using the describe function. Age is the only numeric column, so that is the only column that will be included in the summary. Then we sort values based on the age column. Now we run our groupBy function. Notice that the header includes the column name and aggregate function. The output is summarized by sex and job columns, with sum and mode values for each combination. Here is the first row in the data frame. Remember, Pandas is 0 based, meaning it starts counting at 0. And this is the first element in the first row. Now we drop any duplicates. The duplicate from line 10 is removed. Now, after watching this video, hopefully you have learned some of the basic skills for using Python Pandas on your data. We will be creating another video on more advanced Pandas functions in the future, so please stay tuned. That's all we have for today. Thank you for watching our video. See you next time.